This summer of 2024, Lori and I took 2 separate 6-week epic motorcycle journeys. Each one of them was 11,000 miles. We incorporated probably 30 must-see roads, must-ride roads, all the research, and we pulled them in at all possible, every road that we could get our wheels on. None of them were as unbelievable and breathtaking as the Grand Staircase-Escalante, specifically running from Boulder, Utah to Escalante, Utah. This road was an ascension of breathtaking beauty the entire time. Now, usually we wouldn't run riding video for so long, but the purpose of this video, what we're hoping to accomplish is for you to get a sense for just how incredible that road was, really from front to back, from the beginning of that particular section to the end. Because the expanse and the road was so incredible that it needs to be seen from front to back. So we hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching.
Sometimes there's so much beauty in the world. I feel like I can't take it. And my heart is just going to cave in.
So this was a Thursday. This was our 18th day on the road. We had, I think, 5 days at our stopover in California, but the day before this day, we had done from Page, Arizona, to the North Rim, which is south of Page. As if it could get any better, right? Having really no idea. We knew this was supposed to be an amazing road, but hadn't ever ridden it. And the cool part was, from Page North, all great. Like, it was just fine. A little bit. We don't love the higher speed 2 lanes, but we got up there and it was beautiful. And then throughout the day, it just kept getting better and better and better. It's unbelievable.
That's why they call it the Grand Staircase. It's just like going up and up and up and up and up. It was beautiful. And coming from a person who, I mean, I didn't have any experience riding across the country and seeing all these different roads that you were taking me on. And this was, I mean, I thought everything we had seen so far was just breathtaking.
Yeah.
Then we got on this road, and I was like, can it get any better?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Right.
I can't take this in. That's what I had trouble with on this road, is as there was just too much magnificence to take it all in one bite, you know? It was like, I hope the camera's getting all this, because I'm not going to remember every bit of it. I want to watch it over and over again. So I guess this video is as much for us as it is for everyone else. I love going on to YouTube and
Look at that smile. Go ahead.
yeah, I love going onto YouTube and watching videos of roads that we're going to go on and researching them and, you know, seeing what they're going to look like, and a lot of times they're just snippets of like this portion or that portion, and I get it. I mean, who has the attention span to watch a road for 20 minutes? But this road was just, every turn was something new.
It just demands an exception to that rule of don't run the motorcycle video for 15 straight minutes. But now at this moment, May, you had been riding a motorcycle for 13 months.
Yep.
13 months.
Yeah, just over a year.
Had probably 20,000, more than that, 20,000 miles on practicing.
Yeah.
Anyway, still kind of a new rider, but masterfully running the course here.
Well, we had done so much practice in advance, but to do these roads in real life is a real testament to the fact that, you know, you could make a mistake easily on this road, not either just getting caught up with the views and looking and not realizing that, oh crap, there's a sharp corner coming and there's no guardrail. Yeah. And you know, it doesn't take much to lose your
everywhere, it just seemed like every turn we took, there was a new expanse. Look at behind us.
Right.
You'd catch something in the rearview mirror, and you would say, "Look in the rearview mirror." Like, oh my God! Like, what's in front of us? What's behind us? It's everywhere you looked. You could just pull over to the side of the road, and I felt like you could just sit there, find a comfortable chair, get your cooler or your pitcher out, right, your drink, and just stare at it. But you couldn't, right? You had to keep going. It was just like catch that. How do you remember all of it?
Right. That's why it is great to have the video, but it doesn't really do it justice because when you're immersed in it, it's different. You've got smells, you've got the air, you've got the temperature, you've got the wind, and you've got just the different climates you go through, and it was just too much to take in one gulp.
It is a 360 camera that's supposed to grab like a 180 perspective at all times, but it still can't grab even a 180 of it. Like, there's just no way. You'd have to get some 3D camera to grab that. As you're cresting this hill, for example, right? Look at the multiple colors, and like you're coming down into it. You're just like, what's next? The next curve is going to be some cool mountain cut out, carved out.
You can't also tell how steep things are. Some of these hills were, dangerous grades for trucks. Always lots of signs going, what's 29 degrees? Is that bad?
29%, right? Yeah. Yeah, just amazing. Often thought, like especially with sections like this, you go through here and I think, I don't know why my brain always went to this, but it was like, how did they make this road? Like, how did they pick this particular place? How did they, like, I get it, dynamite and all that, but what like humbling in the respect for how they made this road and so many roads. Unbelievable.
And the fact that they made them wonderful for motorcycles.
Yeah, and not
curvy.
Straight. Well, yeah, look at it coming up.
And from being on the back to going to being on an operator, yes, you can look around a little bit more when you're on the back, but you're in the moment more when you're riding the motorcycle because you have to be 100% present to everything that's happening. And we're coming into this lush green valley, which is an entirely different whole genre from what we had just been in. It was like a desert to green lush growth of plants and trees, and kind of was a valley. And then we're going to go back up, and it got cold, and it was just everything. It was like the everything road.
It was like such a well-rounded
everything
day.
road.
Yeah, really. We do have cardos in our helmets, and we can communicate. We chose not to opt to have our conversations recorded. Maybe we'll change that, but if we would have recorded our conversation like this whole day, it really would have been mostly just.
Oh my God! Did you see that?
Wow! Like unbelievable! Like unbelievable! So many times, like there's like you felt like you had to say something, like there was something was pouring out of you, and that's all I could come up with, like in my limited language, right? Because this is kind of beyond words.
Yeah,
like,
there's no words to describe this.
I've ridden. Now on this trip, I've ridden all of the 48. Before this trip started, I'd ridden 46 of the 48. I'd seen so much incredible scenery, and up to this point on this trip was incredible. But when you see that, that's just different, man. That's just different. We had already done Sedona twice on this trip. Just finished like 2 days ago Sedona, which is amazing and beautiful. Something about this, man. I think it was just the expansiveness of it. Like Sedona was certainly more
confined,
dense. Yeah. Man, look at that thing.
This was just like the world, and just a little teeny piece of it.
One of the things that probably would be good to share here is, as you're riding, it's like similar to a teammate of Michael Jordan maybe, but I mean, what's it like to ride behind a masterful rider like that? I mean, it must be like, oh my God, I can't, like every move's a picture, There's the landscape, and then there's
Are
hues.
you getting
Unbelievable
punchy?
maneuvering. That's great.
I actually like following. I like following you because you're extremely predictable and easy to follow. And I know that you're looking out for everything that I probably can't anticipate as a new rider. So it gives me this sense of I'm on my own bike, but I'm not by myself. I'm
Right.
not doing this all by myself.
Right.
I'm operating my own bike and I have to stay on the road and I have to pay attention for sure. But I know that there's things that I can't anticipate as a new rider going across the country that you can.
Sure.
And so it does give me a sense of security
Sure.
being in the pocket. Although I was pretty close to the center line on a lot of these. We're going to come up to the on top of the World Road, and that was pretty scary. It was scary, but not scary in the sense I didn't want to do it. It was scary that we were so close to the edge. We don't typically make a practice of dining out on the motorcycles when we're on a trip. We bring our snacks with us. We eat in the morning before we go. We'll have a snack here and there, and then we eat dinner when we get in. And it's very far and few between stops.
The thing is, just briefly, we just love riding so much that we don't stop a lot at all for anything. Like
We made a point to this trip.
We tried
though.
hard, but-
We stopped at a few things. We stopped at the horseshoe thing, and we,
Yep.
we toured around there.
Yep. Generally speaking, it's
Petrified
just-
forest.
To me, we get to see so much just from the seat of the bike. It's just such a perfect place to just like see the world, see the scenery.
And our bikes are super set up for comfort. So we are totally comfortable when we're riding,
Yeah.
so that there isn't this need to get off and rest your butt or
Right.
stretch your legs or
Get the feeling back in your hands.
do anything. It's like I'm totally comfortable when I'm sitting there riding and it's just taking it all in.
Yeah.
Can I do this? But I do, we'll get thirsty or something, so we'll have to stop and get a drink.
We're coming up to the part in this road. I'm sure there's a name for it that I don't recall. That it's like you're on the top of the world. Like there's a mountain, like elongated mountain peak, I'll call it, and then there's a road. It's
All through the top of it.
the sides just fall out, and it feels like all of a sudden you kind of suck in a little bit, right? Because I don't know, it's an optical thing. You can see on the left how it falls off.
Yeah.
Look at farther in the left, like how far that falls off. It's just, you could just stare at that for hours.
When we got up to this peak and we were going across that was a bit intimidating. And because there were no guardrails, there was no sides to either side of the road, and there was very few pull-offs. So it was just the road and the white line on the edge, and you didn't want to go over that or get even near the white line.
No.
And it was curvy too, so it was 100% pay attention
Yeah.
and try to take it all in at the same time.
I think it's after this next turn.
It's beautiful. And I didn't really know it was coming.
Right.
Like I had seen this on YouTube videos a little bit, you know, in researching, but I didn't have it all memorized, what parts were what and where we were going, you know, when we were going to encounter some of it. And so when I got up there and we were like, this is it. Oh, wow, look at this.
Big fan I am of the YouTube channel and website greatmotorcycleroads.com.
Yeah.
That's where I saw this road. It was on their top 10 motorcycle roads in the country. This was number 2. So without that, I would have
What
never
was
known
number
about this
1?
road. It's called the Lolo Pass in the Northwest that we haven't been on yet. That was out of our range. Yep. But always using it.
Well, we're definitely going back because
to
we'll
load
be
for next
back
time.
for California. So.
Yeah, look at how it falls off on the right and left.
Ah. This is something.
It's funny because the road width doesn't change. Obviously, it hasn't changed, but I'm telling you, it sure felt like it. It felt like all of a sudden the lanes got more narrow. It was great.
Yeah, and we got to do this road twice. We went north and then we went south or east or west or whatever it was. We went up it and then we went back down it. And going up it was I think was better view wise.
Yeah.
And then going back down it was more just getting to experience it twice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could do this road again and again. Even the first time, it's too much to take in.
Yeah. The camera situation on this trip, we started it with a 360 and a 180 GoPro. The 180 died, so we were left with the 360. But the great thing about the 360 is you can look from 360 degree angles. So the first time through was kind of forward facing, and I thought it would be kind of cool to do this one rear facing so we can see a whole different perspective. Looking back on behind Lori is you can see that expansive scenery. See the road just fall off left and right. You see her start to smile, I think, coming up like, ugh.
Yeah, it was hard to look off to the edge and still keep your eyes on the road. I would take quick looks.
Yeah.
Okay, saw that. Okay, saw that.
That's funny. Look at that. Snap out, snap over, get back.
Well, you're taking turns as you're doing this.
Yeah.
So, you know,
There's the smiling.
and that's what, a foot
Yeah.
or so beyond the white line before you're in the dirt.
Yep.
I get myself in the middle.
She's just laughing at herself like, I'm holding on to that yellow line. Yeah, but think about that. 13 months into it. Are you kidding me? Some of the most technically challenging roads in the country. I just took it in stride.
Yeah, it was just something. You know, you say it's a trip of a lifetime, like you're only going to do it once, but I
know.
can't even imagine not doing this again and again.
I sure hope we can.
much beauty in the world. Sometimes I feel like I'm seeing it all at once, and it's too much. My heart fills up like a balloon that's about to burst. And then I remember to relax and stop trying to hold on to it. And then it flows through me like rain, and I can't feel anything but gratitude for every single moment of my stupid little life. You have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm sure. But don't worry. You will someday.
I love that. So that's our little ditty on Grand Staircase-Escalante, Boulder to Escalante.
Well, we hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Yeah.
We posted it so that others can enjoy this wonderful road
Absolutely.
and entice you to go out and visit it.
Lots more coming like this and these other,
Yeah.
many other incredible roads that we were on. So stay tuned and we'll see you soon.